She placed third last year at the counties in the long jump.
MIP.
She also ran anchor in the 800-meter relay that helped Ashley McDermott, Kanyade, and Sade Pasha placed second at the counties in the 800-meter relay. She was the anchor on that, if you remember, for those who were there. She placed fourth in the hurdles at the Section 9 championships. At the same meet, she placed fourth in the long jump. She was poised to have an awesome spring until we got interrupted by a pandemic. She worked very hard to improve herself, and it paid off. When she was at practice, she was very focused, very determined to improve herself like she was on a mission, which in essence she was, because she wanted to improve. And that's why the coaches, based on her performing well, the counties and sections, all right, she placed, like I said, third in the counties in the long jump. She didn't do that the year before. She wasn't even close. So we gave 2 MIPs. The first one we're going to talk about, gave away right here, is Griffin Bosco. She's not here, but let's give her a round of applause for her. Hopefully she comes back in the spring. I hope. I hope. Now, the other thing, second one. Now guys, there was other candidates. Some people had wonderful seasons last year. Ashley McDermott had a wonderful season. All right. Marion Welch had a wonderful season in the throws. And I'm not trying to leave anybody out, but I'm just naming a few. But this next one, when I think of this young lady, I'll always think of this young lady because when you say hello to her, when she smiles, the room brightens up. And I never hear her say a negative word or complaint. That doesn't mean, you can hear me say, that doesn't mean she doesn't do it, because I'm not around her 24/7. It just means I never heard her. Because I always feel sometimes stupid as a teacher and coach when I say something nice about a girl, and I sometimes see the girls look at each other. Oh, if you only knew kind of look. Well, I don't know. And I don't want to know. Okay? I don't want to know. All I could go by is my relationship that I have with the person. If I don't know everything about the person, that doesn't make me guilty or stupid. It just means my relationship with her is what I'm talking about. And what I hear and what I see. Whenever I would ask Coach Pash or Coach Brown about how the distance runners are doing, or how the walkers are doing, both of them would always say, without a doubt, how hard this said athlete that we're about to give this award to is working. How good she looks. How hard she's working. Last indoor season was a breakout year for her in many respects. She did have a good year her sophomore year. I believe she placed 4th or 5th at the counties and either 4th or 5th at the sections the previous year as a sophomore. Last year she improved her 1600 meter time from 6:49 her sophomore year to 6:30 her junior year, and her 1500 meter time got down to 6:13. But perhaps the biggest improvement was in the 1500 meter walk, where she improved the time from 8:28 sophomore year to 7:23.48, and she placed second in the divisionals to her teammate Mia Cecily, who is, just for the record, the all-time fastest walker in Monroe Woodbury history, Mia Cecily. And that's pretty good considering how many great walkers we have, including one, Katie Miali, who made the Olympic trials in the walk. How many programs in this area can say that? We can. We've had numerous Olympic trial athletes, girls. So she got second in the Section 9 championships behind her teammate Mia Cecilia, who was Section 9 champion. But perhaps, I think the biggest improvement in the 1500 meter row, where she improved the time, she got down to 7:23.48. Guys, that's third fastest all time in school history. So you guys are the prospects for the walks out there. We take the walk very seriously. It has scored points for us. It is not a joke to us. I don't care what people say. If you're gonna measure your life by what people say, good luck to you, because you're gonna have a hard time. It all matters what people think and say of you, instead of the people that really should matter, like the respect of your coaches. And what your teammates should think of you, to put yourself out there on the line. I respect anybody who puts themselves out there on the line and gives it their best shot. Successful or failure, doesn't matter. So, this young lady, what I didn't tell you is that last year at the counties, she got disqualified. Now girls, if you have not figured this out yet with this pandemic, you better wake up and smell the coffee, because you gotta realize adversity in life, adversity, tough times, challenges, we all face them, we all go through them, we all have them. Find me somebody who doesn't. And the challenge for us as human beings is to rise above. To rise above. And to be, and to overcome the obstacles, the challenges. Most girls, the next time they walk, the sections are a week after the counties, would have just walked around more tentatively, just get the points for your team. Not this young girl. This young lady went out there, did not hesitate, and she gave it all she got, and she ended up placing second. Lost by just under 2 seconds to her teammate, who was about 2 seconds faster than her that day. And it was her fastest time ever. And she could have faltered. She could have been in her head saying, oh, I don't want to get disqualified. She could have given in to fear. Fear is the enemy. She didn't. She pushed herself, and she ended up walking the third fastest walk in school history. Do you realize she's 3 seconds away? We didn't get, you know what's sad about this pandemic, kids, to me, is that some of you won't get that chance. We don't know what you could have done, but life doesn't end necessarily here. Please understand that. If you really want to achieve something, you keep doing it. And this young lady was 3 seconds behind somebody who qualified for the Olympic trials in the walk. Second all time was Katie Allen. And this young lady was 3 seconds behind her as a junior. And Katie loved the walk. She was extraordinary, had tremendous passion for the walk. It was her thing. She went on to Marist College. Now she's living up in Boston, I believe. She went to Marist College and walked in college. But remember, it's not an event, you have to do it, you have to find other ways to do the walk, because it's not, unfortunately, part of the NCAA events. I don't know why. It's an Olympic event. It's an Olympic event. Anyway, then after the Section 9 championship, I said she walked to her personal best in at the state quals, I believe, yes. And then, like I said, second all time or third all time in school history. So this young lady qualified for the New York State Championships last year. Unfortunately, she got disqualified, but to be honest with you, she made her mark. You know, one of the things when you do sports in high school, you want to make your mark, girls. Whatever that mark is, for everybody it's different. Make your mark. She made her mark. I'd be remiss if I did not say congratulations also, and what a great job Coach Peteich and Coach Brown have done working with her. I stress this all the time. I stand before you every season. We are a team. Some people don't understand that. I feel sorry for you. We are a team. We are a team. As a staff, as a coaching group, we're not individuals. We're not the distance runners. We're not the sprinters. People don't understand that. Apart from each other, we can be nothing as a successful team. We need throwers to do well. We need sprinters. We need hurdlers. We need pole vaulters. We need them all. And that's what I try to strive for, balance. If people ask me what's been the secret to your success, I would say, well, one, talented girls, and two, as we try to strive to fill all the events with as many of the best athletes we can be and help them to be scorers. That's the secret, balance. That's what I did in decathlon. I sought balance. It's the same feedback. We try to get those events all filled. So coaches, great job. So let's bring this young lady up. Let's give her a nice applause. Okay? Actually, you know what? I promised myself, and I want to do this. Coach, would you like to say a few words?
So, Maggie is, as Coach said, a wonderful athlete to have, the kind of coach, an athlete that every coach wants. She's always at practice, never misses. She works hard every day. She's always positive, never says, you know, I can't do it, I don't want to do it. We just love having people like that on the team. Last year was, as you said, breakout year. She had a small flaw in her stride that was inhibiting her from getting better. So we figured out what that was, and she made the change. And then she did something else that was really, really important. She made a decision. She changed her mind about who she was and where she belonged. So after she fixed her stride, early January, we were out on the track and started to work out. Normally, the girls start together and then they sort of separate. And this day, there was no separation. She kept chasing the front girl. I thought, well, that's really interesting. And then the next day she did, and she kept going. Every day, there was no longer any separation. She was chasing the front person. Typically in a year, for a distance runner to make a 10 or a 15-second improvement is a very successful year. As Coach said, her last year was 8:28 or 8:14. And so in my mind, I'm thinking if she breaks 8 minutes, we're going to have a really good year. Well, she averaged an improvement of 10 seconds every race. So at every race, she got a year better. That created a problem for me, which I'm happy to have, because I had to keep changing her workout schedule. You know, it was, can you break 8 minutes? Okay, that's done. Can you break 7:45? Okay, that's done. 7:30? Okay, that's done. Can you qualify for the state meet? Okay, that's done. Can you make it to nationals? She just never stopped. So I just want to tell you how impressed I was. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Here you go, Maggie.
Coach Peteich.
All right, Bazakis is going to get his thumbs all over this. Oh, sure.
Is it on? Is it on?
I think you're facing the wrong way. All right, one thing I want to say about Maggie, congratulations, you totally deserve that. And you have teammates here that you work with every day to help push you and make you better. And one of the most valuable assets that Maggie brings to our team, and I think it's going to be, like Coach said about making your mark, is I will use you as an example of the type of person we need. This is what's valuable on a team. And I know, Coach, you stress this with the sprinters because you asked them to do different events. The walk, I coach football. Linemen never get any recognition. You probably don't know any linemen that get recognized. It's always the running backs and receivers. Any sport, there's always somebody that's a star, like a lead band. When you have a band, the lead singer is the only person you really know, maybe the drummer. Well, the walk is that bass guitarist. The walk in track is that lineman. It's that one that people think is weird and don't really go to it. So people aren't attracted to it. So to get a person to do it, number one, is hard. And number two, what you done for us, Maggie, is Maggie was selfless and knew how she could help all of us as a team to score. And to be that way and to do something that's not recognized and then do really good at it is an unbelievable trait. And that trait you're going to take it to your work, your school, I'm sure you do, and your friendships, your family, whatever you have in the future, you're going to have that. And that's something I'm always going to refer to. There was this girl we had, Maggie. You know, there's always few people that